Well, hello everybody. My name is Joshua Sohn, and we are back composing live, where we have an up close and personal look at how music is made. This is part two of a waltz that I've grew up listening to. It's called Waltz from the movie Face of Another. It's a older film that Toru Takemitsu composed back in the day, and it's I think one of his masterpieces. I think it'd be a lot of fun to just try to get as close as possible. It's a lot of work, and with string libraries, there's just so many nuances that it's just so difficult to capture. But we're gonna do our best to stay true to this composition and recreation of the piece. So that is the agenda for today. Thanks for everyone who is joining me on this stream. Before we start, I just want to give you guys one announcement, and that announcement is, and I've mentioned it before actually, but I revamped my entire website, and my website now includes a few different portfolio sections. As you can see here, you have playlists. It takes a second to load, but then I have my portfolio of original compositions for films and even documentaries, musicals, TV shows that I've been a part of. This is kind of my other music department credentials, games, etc. So if you guys want to take a look at that, if you're curious, you can peruse at stonecompositions.com. I also wanted to just plug real quick my private lessons page. So now I'm offering private lessons. I have been before, but it just wasn't as accessible or easily getting the information in one place. So I wanted to try to make that easy for you guys. Right now, since it's the holidays, I wanted to give a discount as well. Right now, the current rate is $80 up until the new year. So if you guys are interested, there's a little sign-up sheet. You can pick a day, time. I try to keep it during the mornings. If you aren't able to do mornings on Mondays, I do have some availability on Monday evenings from 8 to 10 p.m. They're 1 hour lessons. So go ahead and take a look. If anything else, there's a about page. There's all sorts of things, little fun little items that you guys can pick. One thing I should mention, this is something that you guys can get all for free. These are MIDI files that I've been collecting over the time, over our live streams. Some of them are actually from other things over the years, but the one that probably you've seen recently is the Game of Thrones theme. I just whipped that up into a MIDI file so that you guys can download that and use for your own study purposes. I have some sheet music. I'm just collecting it as I go. So eventually we'll get that all going. But yeah, that's on the free section. So let's go ahead. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and press play on where we left off last time. Here we go. I'm mute. So for those who are just tuning in, sorry if you guys were listening, I was muted the whole time. All I'm saying is, looks like we have 9 tracks, so there are 9 voices per the score over here, and there will be more, but in other words, we have 9 patches or 9 MIDI events that we need to mess around with. I'm not sure how long I was actually muted for, so my bad. For those who are joining in, hello, hello. I'm pretty sure I was unmuted for the beginning, but then I muted myself when I played the music. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're just patching in through this section here. Okay, good. So the reason why I'm doing this is we want to differentiate the repeat a little bit. I'm gonna play it from here. Okay, cool. So we're making it quieter. I think what we need to do, I like exaggerating this a bit more. So at some point, even when we go, "Da-na-na-na," we should probably make that super big. I think that would be fun. So let's go ahead and bring that up. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more customization here. Maybe what we do is bring some of this back up like so. Okay. All right, so now let's go into the inner voices. Do the same thing. All right. So let's go ahead and just do these soloed. Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. That button, for some reason, wasn't clicked on. There you go. So we're going to phrase this a little bit differently than the... a little bit more different than the first repeat. Let's try that again. Cool. Also, if the volume is not loud, I just want to make sure. It is a little bit quieter than I'm used to, so I'm going to actually bring this up in the control room. I'll just bring it up there, and that should reflect on your end as well. Okay, we just want to hear those little details. Just a note on working quiet. It's important to be able to work in different volumes. I generally work quiet during the film scores because more of your tracks will be quiet anyways, and it's not a bad idea to do a pass, mix pass on like half volume of what you're used to, just to kind of hear the subtle nuances, especially these swells and things like that. So I'll probably go back and forth, but I'm just going to keep it at this volume for now. Okay, so let's hear this. Okay, cool. So that's going to pair well with the strings, the violins moving in more tandem that way. I'm going to keep going here. Let's try this one. This is more of a velocity thing, I think. Okay, so yes, I feel like you'll get more out of it by just bringing this up. Okay, cool. Let's do that with the CCs here. Okay, cool. So that really helps it by dropping the volume down there. Now we can really let it breathe and give it some a little more life on that second time around, so it doesn't sound like a true copy and paste. Okay, so same thing. Solo this. Let's try again. I see. Yes, this is a little bit more complicated. What I will do, let's do it one by one. Okay, well, let's mess with that for now, just on that first half. And then there was one spot I felt like it was a little funky. Maybe we bring that up. Right here. Okay, let's see how that pairs. Cool. I like that dynamic, that just really super exaggerated. Really adds a lot. Okay, let's keep going. So let me actually hear this in context. Okay, cool. So that one I actually did the entire phrase of that that whole round. Anywho, let's listen to this one now. Okay, so this is the harmony. I'm gonna do this as a last pass and move on to the second half of this. Cool. Second thing is with these bass, we need to exaggerate this a little more. Okay. I'm going to play with the second half. All right. Second half on the lower note. Ooh, this one doesn't even have, as you can see, any shaping. That's funny. I'm going to actually start here and just make sure that I'm getting this part down all the way through. Okay, here we go. Up. Maybe too much. On some of those, it might be a little too much. But yeah, it's fun to mess around with it. Hey Sam, how's it going, man? I see that your note there. No worries. Hey, it's good to just chill back and enjoy the ride. Yeah, see, I feel like that might be too much. You know, it's more in the velocity, isn't it? So let's bring that down. Okay. Now, from last time, I think what happened was I noticed that CSS, so Cinematic Studio Strings bass, in particular, everything is an octave higher, even though it's sounding an octave lower. So when I'm pairing it with this, I get confused sometimes. I have to remind myself that these are actually playing the same octaves, as they're just programmed an octave higher. So sometimes what I'm probably hearing is more of probably the CSS stuff, because I realize I'm really bringing that volume up. Yeah, that's better. Anyways, we're exaggerating, so there'll be things along the way where we'll kind of tweak and smooth out, but it's better to exaggerate than not. You know, again, if anything, just check it on a quieter volume, because most people won't hear it that loud anyway. So, you know, if you check it around -15, how does that pair? I'm gonna play it and you'll see. Yep. So if the energy is still there at that volume, that's a good sign. I feel like maybe the low end might be a bit heavy in some of these moments, so we'll come back to that if we need to. But I think that should do it for now. I really want to spend the second half of, or spend the session on the second half of this, especially here in this section. I'm gonna go to the score. On the B section, we have this nice, lovely cello solo, or soli, I should say, and it's not too long, but it's the chords and everything are way different. It's a trio section. So let's go ahead and start that now. We're gonna go right to the B. Um, it says B here, but it's actually over here. So on this measure, what number would that be? That's 31, 32, 33. Let's say, because of the system is saying 34 here, this is 33, 32. So um, I think I made a note for myself back here in the markers. 32, I put 33. It should be 32, right? 32, 30, yeah. So 32 would be here on 68. Is that right? No, it's not. So let's move that over. So that should be there. Um, okay, so that's where the new section will be. Although I feel like, oh, okay. The reason why I have this wonky time signature change is because, those really rubato moments are actually marked in a way that I can keep track, but I don't think this is how this next one goes. Let me see. I think it's just in time. So I'm gonna go back to the recording. Oh, okay. That's why I did that. Okay, okay. So I'm all making sense of what I did last week. Okay, so then let's do this. Let's go ahead and just delete that much, and we have the cello going da na. Let's do A. Yep, I'm hitting all the wrong notes. On the Apple keyboards, their command button is where or the I'm thinking control, but I keep going towards the command key of where a Mac would be, so I keep hitting the Windows key here. Anyways, the notes, I'm not sure what it was. C and B. I'm just gonna put those in for now, like that. Okay, so we just have it marked in there. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do maybe a more strong type of articulation. Maybe a marcato. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. So let's keep that marcato thing going for a second, and I'll just do that. Okay, so now that marks that moment. The next thing is to start from the ground up. I like going more background, foreground kind of thing. So let's go bass, and let's see how this goes. So we'll start with bass 2 and go from there. Okay, yeah, so bass, this gets really confusing because bass 1 is actually an octave higher, and so on the inside of the DAW, that B flat is actually 2 octaves higher, even though it's just the way CSS is programmed. So, right, that's gonna work, but I just have to make a mental note in my head. That's what we have to do. Okay, so one is arco, one is pizzicato. We'll do the easy one first, the pizzicato. So B flat, E, E flat, A flat, A natural. Okay, let's just maybe plug them in one by one. Like that. Okay, and then same thing. Maybe I can memorize 8 notes. Let's see. B flat, D, D flat. Oh yeah, and I can also just play this. I forgot. I could do that too. I can memorize that. So we have And then the second half is actually the same over here. Did I do that right? C. Yeah. C. Oh, no, I did A. Okay, let's listen that. Okay. And then keep moving on. We have here G, E, G, F, E flat. Okay. G, E, G, F, E flat. What's it? E flat? E natural. And then what was the last one? F, E flat. And then a D. F, E flat, D. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so there's maybe a problem. Why is that happening? Bum bum, because this section is at 49, and I feel like maybe I'm one off from there. Let's listen real quick. Maybe I can solve this by listening here. Interesting. Oh, so this note is... Okay, that's how I timed that. Interesting. So then we go da-na. So that little guy is a lot slower. And in some ways, it's probably better to give it 3 bars. Huh, I don't know. That's a weird one. That's gonna be a little wonky to record, but okay. So I got all of that, and then let's do the upper half. I think, should we play this one? This one seems like maybe I should play it instead. Okay, so this is Arco. Let's see, let's go right there. Okay, and then let's put the metronome on. I'll go back a little bit more. I'm gonna practice this. Back to G on that one. Okay, interesting. Also, it looks like there's a split on the bass line here. So is this are these two cello and this is bass? Okay, that's what was a little bit confusing there. So you have this and it goes to this. All right, cool, cool, cool. I think I can do that. It always sounds weird at first when you're playing just the individual notes, and it's not too inspiring, as you may hear, but it builds as we go. Okay, I just have to remember some things. Here we go. Let's try it. Let's try again. Okay. What did I do? So I played a bad note here. Okay, let's try that. I'm just gonna keep it and adjust as we go. So we had this. Oh, look at that. All right. So on this note, let's actually do that. Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's what it says. You play on beat 2 there. Okay, so let's try shaping that a little bit. Okay. On this, we'll probably do like a staccato, either or this one's for sforzando, which is like a tenuto. That works. This one is a little loud. I noticed with CSS, first notes you can control velocity. Maybe not. I thought I did. Let's go down then. Yeah. Now, was it B flat or B natural there? That's sounding a little funky. According to this, is a E9 chords. Okay, so B sounds good. Maybe it's just early. Let's try again. Okay. This just pokes out a bit. Sounds a little weird there, but in context, it'll probably sound fine. Okay, so we have the bass. All done. Let's go to cello. Actually, you know what? Cello is the melody, isn't it? Before we do cello, let's do the other things, the boom chucks. So we'll go to viola. Viola 2, to be exact. Let's see how we do here. We have Divisi in viola. Gotta love alto clef. It's a good exercise in patience here. When you're reading this, that middle line is C4, and so this would be D flat, this would be A flat, right? Okay, let's bust out a polyphonic style viola. Okay, let's see here. Let's play a little bit of that. So you go 1. It's probably right there, actually. And then this would be B flat and E flat. And then so 1. Actually, that note right here is, nope, is that, right? No. What is that? That's A flat and C, actually. Okay, let's start from the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Right? And then what note is that? Okay. It's really hard to sight read one note of alto clef, let alone two notes. So let's do this. A little star. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. One, 3, 1. Okay. Can we do that much? It'd be kind of nice to play it with the recording. Yeah, something like that. But let's get the right articulation. Should we do that one, or should we do a tenuto? That might have to do. Do we have a marcato? We can do marcato. Anyways, I'm memorizing it, but I should probably say read that again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1. Okay, maybe let's try that much. Okay, so there's that. And then let's go to the next part. We have 75, which is not the right measure, of course. This would be the equivalent of 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, maybe make a note there. Here's 40. All right, so moving to the next page over here. We have a unison. Okay, that's hallelujah. So, oops. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, A flat. And then, so let's zoom out now. It's a little easier to see this. So we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then over here, it splits in 3, divisi in 3. Look at that. So we have, and then, and so this just plays a melody over here. Okay, play it one more time. 1, 1. Easy. Oh, okay, right there. So 2 measures. Ready, go. Oops. Something's not jiving. Did I skip a measure? Oh, okay, I did. I skipped this whole thing right here. Okay, sorry. So before jumping that gun, of course I was on the wrong spot. So here's 40, 39. 39. That's confusing. 32, 33, 34, 35. Oh, I must have miscounted. So this is 39. And then, yeah, let's read this line real quick. So we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then what is that? That is a D and a natural. I believe that's it. Okay, so let's try again. 1. Is that right? That's a B flat. Yeah. So we got 1. Interesting. D and A natural. Alright. That's what it's saying. Yeah, it just sounds way different or way out of context. Okay. I played that more or less correct. Let's go ahead and put it back to the normal tempo. Okay, now this is just Viola 2. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this, and actually maybe we bring some of that velocity down, especially in the beginning, like that. Okay. Granted, everything is correct. We can just copy and paste that above, and since it's both CSS here, and then what we'll do is keep the bottom or the top for this voice, although this one's in unison. Yeah, all of these are in unison at the end. So going back to the other side, on the B or the Viola 2 section, we're going to delete the top voice. Okay, I really want to hear that in context with the recording now. It's really quiet. You can hear that. It's just so quiet. So what we gotta do is we gotta bring that phrasing in a certain way where it's at the tail end of the phrase. So that makes sense. We'll put this over here. We'll call this 40 now. I'm just making a marker so we know this is the end of the phrase. So, okay. Anywho, what am I doing? Let's shape this. And I feel like, maybe we need to bring some of this up. Okay, here we go. Okay, now the problem with using the same library for the phrasing and all that is you get that weird effect where it either just gets louder. Let's see, let's do marcato legato, sure. And so then these sounds don't have any variation. So what we could do here, maybe on the top voice, is let's go ahead and change that to a different articulation altogether, like a tenuto. I have to change that to tenuto. I have to make a mental note for my own template stuff. But yeah, anyways, so all this over here, we go down. Okay. Maybe we blend that in with the bottom voice and call it good. So let's go to the other one. I'll shape this now. Oops. Here. And here we go. me just make sure that we're in the right articulation. Let's do the legato this time. That's a little bit too much there, but probably want a crescendo there. Now I think about that. So yeah, velocity affects marcato, looks like. So there's that. Same thing here. Just kind of bring up those velocities at the end. Okay, and then this right here, this top voice. Maybe that's better. So we'll keep that going. Okay, and so on. I think viola is more or less done for now. Until we can hear the melody, we'll see how that all fits like a puzzle. Okay, so we got the hard part out of the way, right? All the alto clef is done for this section. Let's go to the second violins. Now, second violin might have a split here. Let's double check. Yes, it does. So let's do maybe the same approach. Maybe we play. Oh no, we can't because of these things. Yeah, especially with the eighth notes. I could probably do the quarter note, but not eighth note's a little bit harder. I mean, if I go really slow, I could probably record it in that way, or just do it one note at a time, which would be easier, I think. So let's just go to. I already have that selected, right? Okay, let's find. I'll just do legato, or we can do the marcatos. Yeah, I think the marcato just has a little bit more definition. Doesn't sound as flabby. So I'll do the bottom voice. So it goes. Oh, looking at viola. Oh, let's see. One. It's hard to see where the splits are. Okay, I'm looking here. Okay. Let's practice with the music. Sorry, one sec. I have to select the marcato. I always forget. Lots of juggle around here. Let's try again. Oh, that's E natural. Okay. Oh, definitely want to crescendo that more alongside the bass and everything else too. Okay, let's go back just one more measure and let's go ahead and record that in. Actually, I have an idea. Let's see. Okay, that way I have all that set. Here we go. Same thing. Oops. For some reason. All right, there we go. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay, so then that timing wise is okay. Maybe we do soft quantize on that though. Yeah, that's weird how it goes there. Must be doing something with the cello there, where the melody is. Okay, these hook bowings, probably the best articulation is this one for hook bowing. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so a little more crescendo here, right, is what I was saying. Let's do that right now. Whoa. That sounds a little weird. Maybe that's what we need. Okay, but what about this one? This one is too short sounding too. Oh, it's pizzicato. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so let's bring up some of the velocities here. Okay. This one is a bit too short, so maybe we do marcato. That's better. Cool. All right. Yeah, that should be fine for now. So that's second violins 2, or the split. Let's do the upper voice now. Upper voice here goes A flat first. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2. Oh, so actually, I got this confused. The second violin is playing that, and there's a voice crossing. So let's fix that real quick. This is a G on second violin, split bottom voice. That makes sense now. Oops, this should be a G. Cool. A little too long. Good. Okay. I think these ones are also a bit long, now I think about it. Okay. Maybe we match that note to the T there. Okay, so then going back to the second violins, upper voice, we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I keep going to the viola here. My bad. So, let's. Where was a good place to start? Let's start on that second half phrase. F F D. I'm looking on this part. It's kind of hard to see. So yeah, that note. Blah, blah, blah. Let's practice that one more time, shall we? From the top, we got. I'll do it with the music. Okay. All right, now let's record it. So we have. Okay. All right. I think I made one boo-boo. Right there. Should be like that. And I'm rushing a little bit. It's not too bad, but that's better. Same here. I'm rushing just a little bit. It helps to rush or push the tempo a little bit if you're trying to build excitement or energy. So we'll keep a little bit of that. But this is hook bowing, so I'm gonna connect these to the very end and then just make sure that they don't overlap. Cool. All right, so violin 2 is done, I think. Let's just see the velocities. Yeah, sure, we'll keep it there. These are all in the right articulation. I like the mark legato. I think that probably sounds a little bit better, especially right here. All right, that's a little exaggerated, but good to have a little excitement there. Okay, moving to violins. I'll save that too while we're at it. All right, I'll just keep it on violin 1, or maybe not. Let's do this. Okay, so same thing. Nice and sweet, dolce as it says. 1 should be up there. 1. Right? Yeah. I'll do the bottom top voice on the Divisi 45, measure 45. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Let's look at the other violin 1 second voice or split. So same thing, 1. And then it's saying to swell, so it's, you don't have to do it literally, but oh yeah. 1. Oh, that's actually E flat. Okay. Yes. That second voice is a little bit trickier to read. Anyways, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do. Should we do the second violin first? Maybe do second violin first. Okay, so I mean, first violin, second part. You know what I mean. Okay, so let's go back just a little bit more and get ready for that. And I think we have everything we need. Okay, that's the idea. Oh, did I not record it? Oh, that's okay. Retrospective record to the rescue. The timing was pretty good up until there. Oh yeah, this is actually, it should be here. Okay, and so on. Maybe, actually, let's delete that for now. We'll come back to that melody. So that's the second violin. I mean, excuse me, second part of first violin. And let's do marcato legato for this one too. Okay, and then here, let's just make sure these are heard and articulated well. All right. Also, not sure if we make that longer. Yeah. Okay. Same spiel. I think it would be nice to play this differently. I always forget though, this is the same library, so what's tricky about that again is the not getting the variation that we want. So doing splits are, I mean, first violin, second violin, split kind of parts on the same patches are always risky, I would say, or it's just you don't get as much variation. But it's nice to be able to use the same library for other things like programming. I'm really tempted just to hear what it would sound like on a different library, just to get a idea of the richness that we're talking about. So let's say I did Spitfire. And then for some reason I don't have any expression map on here, so let's make sure we have the right one. So this is version 2, this one. Let's hear it by itself. Sounds pretty good. It's actually really similar. So I kind of want to do that, but then it makes this all messy. That's the downside. But I kind of want to do that since these are in unison for this part. And then maybe on the second half, maybe we just re-record this. Okay, so all up until there is the same, and then here maybe we just re-record. Okay, so back to our first violin, we have that's easy. Alright, but let's do it in time, make sure I wasn't late on that. definitely like crescendo. And also, there's something funky when I'm recording this. Let me actually just make sure I'm not armed in any other tracks, am I? Okay. Let's try again. Okay. Good, good, good. So what's sounding weird to me is like this rub. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe partly is the timing, partly I was just not together. Partly is just the rub there, which is interesting. Okay, so maybe we keep that as is, and then let's go to the cello now. The cello voicing also has splits, I believe, but maybe not. Maybe this is at least in the melody and up till C, that rehearsal section, there is no split. So never mind. This will make things a lot easier. So do I have cello selected? I don't think so. Let's go back here. Let's practice this now. So we have oops. Let's zoom out just a bit so I can see the bottom. We'll do page fit. Okay, let's try it again. So sorry, it's a lot harder to see when zoomed out. Okay, and then it looks like, just as a quick observation, this part looks like we're doing this triple. Is it triple? Well, three different parts are playing the melody, but it's actually just in octaves. I was gonna say it's a triple octave, but no, it looks like viola and violins are doubling on the same register, but then the cello is right below that. Okay. Anywho, that's the melody. I'm gonna have to play that better though. Okay, if I can play it like that, then we're good. Let's go back a notch, and okay, so we have this B. Maybe we just keep that. Oh, oops. I press space bar to stop this, not the turn page. Okay, that was okay, but I had some wrong notes. Let's try again. Oh, hello. You know, also what's bugging me is making sure I'm in the right expression, CC data. Yeah, I'm just looking over here. Okay, so now I got it to 0. Great. Let's try again. Oh. That was perfect. I really felt good about that one. Let's go ahead and put this to marcato. Let's just make sure this is a little louder. Okay, a little space would be nice there. I'm just gonna reshape some of this. So you know what? This is rushing a bit much. Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, good. Yeah, a little bit of rush on some of these too. And then here, we do probably want to do some crescendo. And on this last note, maybe we hang on there. So I'm just debating, do I keep it loud? Yeah, probably. Yeah. So here, this is just ahead. Right here, this is just ahead. Yeah, but it works, you know? At least to my ears, it works. Okay. So my other observation is this is just one half of the cello equation. And like before, how I had another layer of something here, I'm just going to bring up one of these other Spitfire libraries that I like. This is the Cello core from Spitfire, and I'll put that up there, and then we'll just double that up. Why not? Hey, Tamashi trying. Hello, hello, welcome. Oh, sorry, one sec. I also need to make sure that this is assigned. This is to the cello core. For some reason, it forgot its expression map. Okay. Let's listen again. Okay. You know what? Make sure that I'm in here. Also, for some reason, this isn't assigned anything. I feel like it's a bit loud, a bit bright. Let's bring this down. There's a few short notes. Let's see, like this one. It's a little better, and then there's one other spot. maybe it's just a little break here. It's a little longer. Okay. One other thing is make sure with Spitfire they have the fourth CC data, which is CC21. I'll just draw that in. Oopsie. So CC21 is here. Yeah, this one right here. I'll just bring it up all the way. But that's the vibrato. Okay. The only thing I'm not really digging is this part. Not sure why. It just sounds like it's more staccato. Maybe it's not overlapping. Same with this. This is probably not overlapping. Yeah. Sounds a little better. Okay. One more pass on this side. Cool. I think that's the B section in a nutshell. So the only other thing is just making sure that we have the dynamics okay and set in a nice way. I mean, yeah, I think we got it. So let's see. Let's talk about really quick the chord progressions here in this section. I thought this chord progression seemed pretty, typical of a like a nice, lovely waltz, but there's some interesting things happening here harmonically. First off, we're in the original key of C minor, right? Yeah. So all of a sudden you go to a B flat minor, which is weird because generally in a trio, you go into the fourth of the key, which so normally it'd be like a F minor or F major or something. Let me think about that for a second. Maybe I take it back. The first of the chord is a 2-5-1 or 2-5-7-1. So actually we should be looking here, right? So the A flat. A flat is the relative major of the C minor chord or C minor key. So in this case, actually it's going to the relative major key. So we're in A flat actually. So I take that back, not B flat minor, but A flat. And then okay, so this is interesting. Real quick. So going back to our A flat key that we're modulated to, it goes to a C dominant seventh chord, and theory-wise, it's kind of weird to see that. Trying to make sense of it in my head too. Anyways, I put that in there just thinking, oh, that's kind of an interesting thing to point out. So let's hear it one more time. I think that's what I analyzed. Let's look at the notes in more detail, shall we? So we have this D dominant, diminished chord. So if I were to play that, it's like, and then it goes to a, or, so I'll play that again. So D diminished, followed by, so to me that's very unusual. but it works, you know, like it just you kind of um, accept it when you listen to it. But yeah, it's a very interesting chord progression. That C would be, it would be a three of the A flat, like a major three. So that's very interesting. It could be the five of the G, um, and a G would be a major seventh of A flat. If that makes sense. So it'd be like a five of seven in Roman numeral analysis. So it'd be like 5/7 of a seven with a slash in between. So, anyways, I think that's very interesting. And then because it's G, goes down. G7 would be the five of back to our original key, C minor. So that makes sense. Um, but anyways, fun little things here with that chord progression. Very unusual. So I'd have to really sit down with it and really kind of absorb that chord progression more to make sense of it. But to me, that it just doesn't seem as natural. But very cool, very cool stuff. So now we are to the next section. So over here on this C rehearsal mark, we have basically the same thing, but more elaborate parts here. So you have those melodies that are doubled by violin 2, viola 1, and looks like just cello 1 here. And then yeah, so there's this cool some violin solo part. What I'll do is I'll play you guys the recording so you can hear that in context. Okay. So do we have time to do that today? Let's see. We could get away with some of this by copying pasting from, let's say, this first part, right? With the, that thing. Um, I'm kind of curious how that would sound, but yeah. So let's just try one of these guys over here. Um, although this isn't the da 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 da, is it? So we would have to copy this one. Sorry, right here. So we'd have to copy this part actually, because the other one has a da 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 da. We don't want that one. So here, let's just do this. I'll do the grid relative, and I'll just hold out, bring this over here to here. Okay. Oh, okay. Although we got to add the dee da, so let's do that as well. Okay, so now we're on the right part. We have, G, F sharp. Okay, so I think this needs to be an octave lower. Okay, so we're getting there. Oops, let's try again. Wow, yeah, the timing is so weird because that tempo track makes it so slow. Let's try again. Okay, I was an octave lower, my bad. Okay, there you go. So let's just quantize that to the start and then maybe go a little longer. Okay, let's check these notes. Oh, well, that's not right. Okay, let's try again. Oh yeah. So that part's gonna be different, of course. Let's see here. Why don't we just delete this, because this is all the extra stuff we copied over. So the ending is a little different. Okay, so how should we do this? Let's go back a little more. So da 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 na is da da na na. Or what is it? B da 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 da. So that, and then oh, okay, I'm looking, yeah, E flat, D flat. So this is all different. Maybe I'll play this next part. It's just easier to do that. Oops. We don't want staccato. Let's try it again. Oh, look at that. And I have to make sure that this doesn't merge. Okay, here we go. Maybe a little crescendo at the end there would be good. Okay. So let's fix some of the timing. Oh yeah, this is just ahead of beat, huh? Okay. Good. So that's this is actually second violin, right? We have this down here. Okay. So I should be moving this actually to, when I say second violin, I mean how should I say this? From now on I'll say first violins 2, first violin 2, first violin 1. So first violin 2, I'll put this over here, and this should copy over okay. Let's see. this. Cool. That works pretty well. Let's go ahead and double that with the viola part, viola 1, I believe. So, or let's see. Man, am I confusing myself or what? Let's see. Okay, so first violin 2 and violin 2 or second violin 1 is the same, I believe. Let's just double check that. Looks like they are in unison. Did I do this wrong? I think I misread a note. Right? Oh, C. Okay, yeah. So, anywho, I'm just checking if the second violin 1 is the same as first violin 2. Right? So, boom, boom. I think so. So, I think it'd be safe to copy that over. Okay. Let's do that. And then we'll save some time this way. So let's find where that would begin. About here. Let's bring this to, again, second violins 1. Cool. Now, also, it might be good to bring this volume down just a bit in general because we want it to be a contrast to the end or second half of this, which will be even louder. So, oops. Yeah. What am I trying to do? Wrong key. So this goes like that. Same with this one. Maybe we bring that down as well. Well, I'll reshape this a little bit. Okay. The only thing I didn't like was this. Kind of grew into it, which is kind of weird. Okay. Phrasing wise, I feel like this note needs to separate. Okay. Good. So that part's done now. At least for this half. And then second violin 1 is done, right? So now let's go second violin 2. Let's see. So this, if we bring this down, we could either... I'm more inclined to probably just program this. It's harder to do this because I don't have an extra screen to go back and forth on. Well, I do. It's on my right side, but it's so small. I wouldn't be able to read it, I don't think. So I'm tempted though. Maybe I do. Maybe I try. So let's go bring this out for a second. I full screened it. If I bring this over here to this side, maybe I can zoom in just really close, and then I'll just input these in as I go. So first off, let's see. Can I zoom out? It's not letting me zoom out. There you go. I can see this. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is just basically harmonizing this with the other line. So let's bring this over and let's put the action or active part only in there. So all of this is going to go down. So maybe I just bring it down an octave so it's easy to read. Then the first note will be B. Well, let's see here. B, oh, actually it's E flat, D. So like this. Cool. All right, now we can rock and roll. So we can go F, E flat, F, E flat. Or let's see, am I looking at the wrong one? No, it's not the E flat. So these are like in thirds, basically. Cool. All right. Next. D. Oh, this one goes. Wait, let's see. Where am I? Okay. So this is a G. Actually, sorry. The top voice is G. Bottom voice is the sixth below. Okay. Next page. By the way, if you're wanting to look at the score, you can look it up. You can find it online. It's just under 3 film scores for Toru Takemitsu, and it's the third number. So if you find that, it's labeled under Waltz, but it's under the score called 3 film scores. So you can find that. It's actually there's a lot of sites that you can just download for free. If you want the score, though, you can order that online as well and just have it delivered to you. Okay, so going on, we have C. So this is different. I don't think we did this before. Or maybe we did. I can't remember. That just seems a bit different. It's fifth, sixth, fifth, but maybe we did. I just can't remember. E flat. Cool. I just like double checking as we go. Oops, C. And E flat. Okay. All right, now the last system here we have E flat. Well, that doesn't sound right. Okay, I think D. Dun, I'm confusing myself here. So, oh, I see what happened. This is a typo. So, let's fix that real quick. It should be a G or A flat, according to the score here. Okay, going back. So then this is B flat, E flat, or F. Okay, that's why. Ah, that's a nice chord. And then we have F sharp, it looks like. F sharp, A, and B. Cool. All right. So that is violin. Sorry, I should say second violin, uh, second part or two. Second violin two. Hey Cheyenne, how's it going? And Moises, I didn't see you message a while ago, so hello, hello, welcome guys. Appreciate you coming on. Okay, so we have the first half of this, basically, dun dun, and then there's this nice little run. Okay, so we'll get to that part in a second. Let's do the other things that are happening here. We have our bass, we have cello, and a lot of this might be the same, to be honest, with, maybe the viola. I'm gonna have to double check, but we'll get to everything in a second. The last thing would be viola 1, I think, and cello 1 are also playing the melody. So going back to this, on C, we have dee da. So viola, let's zoom in here. This is the top voice. This would be the same G in alto clef. So G, F sharp, D, da. So let's just double check real quick to see if alto 1 or viola 1 is the same as the other doubling here. I think so. I think this is also one of those exact doublings. So D, da, 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 da. Right? That's an E flat. No, D flat, I mean. Okay, this is different. Dee-da, na, na. So that's okay. Dee-da. Let's double check the next part. So this is a no, this is F. So now it's going to the second harmony here. Da-na, da, F sharp, da-na. This is a, A, yep, B. Okay, so it jumps to the other part, which is interesting. So the only part that changes is here. This is a G, so this note's the same. No, it's not the same. It jumps down to the harmony line. Okay, and what measure is that? That's at 55, 56, 57, 58 is where it jumps to the other line. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Oops. I hate when that happens. Let's go to viola 1. Okay, so this is that, and then I'll just copy this over. Make sure I'm in the right setting. So this one is on, what measure did I mention again? 58. Okay, so I have my measure here. So it's 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 58. I'll just write that in. And I have wrong bar numbers on my DAW side because of the repeat that's in the score. So that's why I have to type this in. So basically, I'm just taking this, and we're going to double that later. Okay, and then second half was this one. Basically, we just go here, and same thing, we just copy that over, but we're going to cut this and go right about there. Okay, let's smooth this out. Okay, so if we analyze that with these two together, let's look at the green. So 58, this is where it splits down to the other side. Okay, I have both of these notes playing at the same time. So now it goes to the harmony. That makes sense with the green. Okay, so that's viola 1, more or less done for that section. Viola 2, let's see what happens here. Viola 2 is probably going to be something similar to this one. Maybe more, well, actually, let's do this one. It's probably going to be one of these. So let's go ahead and take this idea, bring it over here. Okay, and copy or paste that over to this section. Okay, so this is my hunch. I'm not sure if it's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort of just analyze these notes here. And so we have G, E flat, and then, you know, so on. So with all this, let's just take like the first 8 measures. I'm going to try to memorize these notes. Boom, boom. Or maybe let's play it. Okay, so that's the idea. Let's go to the C section. The C section, baby. And let's go to the alto 2 part, which is here, right? Okay, so my guess was it's doing... Oh, actually, yeah, it's just GG. All right. Oh, actually, F and G. Right? Yeah, that's what's playing there. Let's look at the second half. Okay, let's see if that says that over here on the next page. Yeah, so far so good. So yeah, it is the same. And then what is that again? Let's just see that. G, E flat. Man, alto clef. So that's F sharp and C. Do we have those? Right here. Okay, so we have that. And then, but we do it twice. So it's a little different. So. Okay, and then it holds out. So it's a little bit different, as you can see. What are these notes? We have F and D, or more like this. Let's see. Like that. And then it goes to, what? So F, G, and then, okay. Okay, so a little bit different. Let's see. Right here. Okay, all of these probably we should do marcato instead. I'm actually debating if we should switch that out over in the other end as well. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. Okay, sounds good. Let's fix this right here. All right. Maybe bring it up just a tad. Smooth that out. Okay. So there's that. What else we have? We have the bass line. We have cello. Okay. Let's go the opposite. Let's, instead of going cello and then bass, let's go bass this time. Bass are these two for now. So I'm using Spitfire for one and then the CSS for the other. Let's look at that real quick. And this might be easy as well. It might be another copy and paste, just going boom. Well, unison. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, okay. So this is the bass line. This line here, cellos are split. And from my memory, it looks like it's the same bass line. You start doing arco on one side. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just double check. I think these are all arco. Oh, yeah. So like before, I mentioned this last week. The bass, half of the bass is bowing. The other half is pizzicatoing. It's a cool effect. It kind of gives the best of both worlds, I guess. So the first bass, the ones that are stemmed up, is the arco. Anywho, I think it's pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and copy that over. So maybe I shouldn't have stretched this out. Let's go ahead and just delete that. Okay, going to the beginning. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's copy that over. It's basically like that. Okay, now we just got to make sure that this is an arco for the top half, and also they're in unison. They are in unison. It's just CSS is programmed an octave higher. Okay, so I'm gonna just double check these notes here. So we have C. Okay. So we have dun 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 dun. Interesting. Am I in the right spot? No, I'm not. That's why. So here we have dun 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 dun, and then we have. Oh, okay, arco. Dun, dun, dun. Do I do that? I do. Let's grow a little bit more on this one. A little bit different here. Let's go shorter. Maybe a little bit longer. Okay. So, anywho, it gets complicated when you're trying to see it in octaves like this, but it looks like it splits. So this is where it goes higher, an octave higher on the C, like this one right here. That's what we're looking at there. So that looks good. Then it goes to unison. and then it splits again an octave higher, that A, D, and then these are in unison. So I think we're good there. Whoops, man, I hate when this happens. Usually when I press enter, I go back out of that key editor and back to the main window, but it goes to the score for some reason. Okay, so that's that. The last two are, well, actually there's, before we add the violin, the fancy violin part, there's the cello 1, cello 2. So same thing here. I'm assuming that it's the same. So that's the original, the very beginning of it. If we go to the C part again here, okay, let's see if there's anything similar there. No, so it's a lot different actually. So first cello is playing the melody in a octave lower, looks like. Da-na, da-na-na-na. Okay, and then here it does this different little contrapuntal thing. Oh, actually, let's see. Oops. So this is more like one of the other sections here that I remember. So, anyways. Um, okay. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. It'll be fun to actually play that. The second shell is much easier. It's just doing chuck, 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 chuck. So I'm assuming the cello 2 part is more like viola 2 in the beginning. Viola 2 is doing chuck, 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 chuck right here on the down stems. So I'm assuming it's going C, 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 B, B, C, C. If it's the same, more likely than not, that will be the same. So here, C, 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 B, B, D, D. Was it B, B, D, D? Going back to viola 2, C, 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 B, B, D, D. Yeah. So, okay, let's do that. Hey, Kyodan, how's it going, man? Good to hear from you. Yeah, you're jumping in. So this is actually just a mocking up. I'm trying to get better with my mock-up skills here. So nothing, we're not changing much, but this poses a lot of issues because this is pretty rubato. I remember you mentioning, what do you do with rubato? So this is kind of my strategy going about it. I would have to explain it in more detail, but you can watch the first video and I explain a little bit about tackling that. Okay, so viola 2 right over here. I'm going to copy that and put that in cello 2 down below. And we'll look more in the details. Let's see. Oops. Also, for those who are joining in, all day today I worked like a good 8-hour day or 9-hour day on a Mac. I'm not a big Mac guy, but sometimes I work on Macs for other composers, and I so happen to be was doing some additional music writing today, so my whole muscle memory is all messed up. So I'm pressing, you know, where the command key would be for control, and it's all funky right now. This is an interesting one. I did tenuto for this one, and I've been kind of going back and forth with marcato. Well, in some ways that sounds better. Let's hear in context. Okay, so now let's check the notes in more detail. So we have, I kind of skimmed it, and I was guessing up to here it's good. So let's just double check these notes here. C, C, D flat, B. So we have here C, 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 D flat, B, and then go C, 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 D, D, A. C, 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 A, right? Is that what I said? C, 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 D, D, A. Okay, so this is a little different. Okay, and then here, is it all B's? Let's double check. We got B, 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 B. Okay, cool. Sounds good for the most part. So now let's do the top of the cello half. And this one is, maybe I play this one because it does branch out a little bit. It'll be fun to play it, but let's see here. Maybe go back out like that. Okay, so where are we at? Like that. Marcato maybe. Turn the page. Oh yeah, so right here. Alright, and then so there's a lot of these slurs and stuff. That's the hardest thing for the virtual stuff is how do you slur things? And there's certain libraries like East West that do it well, I think. But man, when you're just trying to write something quickly, I don't think you can really beat the CSS or Pacific Spitfire, all of that. The tone just sounds really good. Huh. I'm trying to just hear the melody. And then all right, that's it's a little tricky. Just with, I mean, let's do it in context and hear how it sounds. Should we try it? Oops. Oh, yeah. Let's try it again. Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I do it without the tempo track on, so it's more steady, and then we'll take that a little bit slower. So let's go 120. That'll help me. Okay, let's record. Let's try again. Good practice run. Oh, it's just so slow. Yeah, so this is three, I have to remind myself, 3 beats for each note on that part. Oh man. Yeah, it's so funky. Oh no, I did that wrong. Let's try again. Oh yay. I'll get this. Oops. Okay. I think one more try and we can call it good. Here we go. That was the best one so far. Let's put the tempo track back on so we can start editing that a little bit. So we have so right here. Let's select this all for the marcato. And I think I made one little mistake. Let's see. Alright, here. Ba-da-da-da. Let's see, what did I do? A flat, D flat. Oh, D flat. Right? Over here though. This D flat. Okay, let's make sure that these notes aren't rushed and then bring this up. Cool. Alright. Let's shape that just a bit better. Okay. Let's see. So right there might be a little too much. Okay, and then some of this is just a little ahead. So we'll do a soft quantize. Okay, cool. There's one note that here it sounds wrong. Oh, it's just holding over too long. And it's a little loud. I see. Maybe we'll just drop this down. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. So almost there. So we have cello 1. Now the missing part, the magic that glues this all together. I mean, it still sounds great, right? But this little what do you call it, like bel canto part or descant part is really nice. So what we'll do is we'll stick with the CSS, I believe. Let's just do CSS, see how nimble. We might pair it with a solo down here. Maybe we put this on top. I'm not a big fan, full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of the CSSS, the Cinematic Studio solo strings. The programming just isn't as good. But for something fast and like staccato, it's great. It's just more legato, just it's a little wonky. So I might maybe use one of these two instead. So this is the Joshua Bell solo violin from Embertone, and then this is the Pacific solo violins. One of those two I think will work better. I'll give CSSS a chance as well. So let's go ahead and get this going. And what we have here is we have this. Let's see which instrument I'm on. I'm on the CSSS. Let's try Joshua Bell for a second. Oh man, there's a lot of notes. Let's see here. So we go. And then there's these divises, right? It's saying two players here. So maybe it's like a 2 violin solo kind of thing, is what I'm guessing. It could be maybe violin 1 split in half as well, so like a small chamber feel. But it's cool. And then actually like that. Or that's actually a F. One. Let's see here. Can we do a sustain for that? There you go. And then next page, I'm gonna play it really slow, just to kind of get it in my head. One, two, three, and then so the second part isn't too bad. It's just this first little thing, that little lick. Let's try a few more times. I don't know. I'm just debating if I should play it or program this in all. Let me see if I can play that. Let's see. What's the best fingering is the question. And then an accent. Do I have an accent on this? Let's see. Let's try again. 1. That's the weird part, is that little jump. The 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Let's try it in context, really slow, just to feel that out. Okay. So let's try one more time. Yeah, I totally butchered that string. A little quieter. I actually recorded that. I was practicing, but I was like, well, why not try recording it? So there was a little funky part here. Let's see here. I might be able to use this. Let's see, right there. I jumped the gun. It should be here on the 8th note. Right? Let's go back to the C section. So there's that F sharp, or F natural, and then D. Yeah, let's listen to the recording, because I'm trying to feel where that would hit on that D. Oh man, that's interesting. So I'm listening for that, the bass. Okay. So yeah, I see. I have to really wait for that bass to hit. And it needs to be louder too on that part. And then it sounds. Oh, look at that! My expression map is not working on these. Joshua Bell, Ember Tone. There you go. So this stuff, let's make sure that we put that to something. Maybe an accent of some kind. Maybe a staccato. Let's see. Yeah, let's try this one. Nope, that staccato doesn't work. Oh yeah, and these are okay. What's nice about the Ember Tone one? It has slurs too. I'm just curious. It looks like it's saying to slur these. Why don't we follow that? Because that'll probably. Oops, this one too. That'd probably sound good. So slur the first 4 here. Now, am I skipping a note? Looks like I'm 1 note short. Huh? Oh, there we go. I'm actually jumping the gun here. So here should be this. Sure. So actually we're slurring these 3, and then we're slurring these, but bow this one. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. Okay, and then this one is the bow. Good, good. And then I feel like maybe it is rushing just a tad. All right. It just sounds a little weak there for some reason. Thin. There's a little, what do you call, harmony there, or divisi. So like that. That sounds better. But I need to program that a little more. Okay, so we'll keep going here. When I record in stuff, it always plays back better than when it actually records back or stamps the data, the MIDI stuff after. I feel maybe that's just my ears, but yeah, technically speaking, that's generally the case because of the latency and stuff. So a lot of times my notes are rushing ahead on the MIDI. And that's just because, like, when you press the note down, there's a delay, so then it plays back. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's different when you play back in real time than when you are playing it back on MIDI, if that makes sense. I really like this Joshua Bell already. It sounds great. I don't know if I want to change it. And then that should be that. Anyways, there's one more double stop, or it's not a double stop. It's actually a true divisi, but it's right there, that D. So because it's saying divisi, maybe we do double up with like a Pacific. But I mean, we could probably get by with this too, to be honest. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. It's a little too soft now. Wow, that makes a difference. Just a little bit. Wow, there's like a big threshold difference there for some reason. Okay, anywho, so maybe we copy that, and then let's bring this down here, and let's grab all these other notes here. And let's hear how that would sound with a different library, such as a Pacific. It's a lot quieter, so that's for one, and then let's hear how the legato would sound. Let's try this one. that sounds better. This is like more of a marcato one. All right, and granted, this is probably too loud, so we'll bring that back down just a bit. Now you can really hear the Pacific one once I brought that down. In some ways it's not good. You can really hear some of the more MIDI side of it. And also, there's like a, oh yeah, that's because of this. The delay. Okay, and then Joshua Bell is still kind of loud. Dial that back. Let's also maybe bring in one of these convolution reverbs. What do I have on that? Let's see. What's the best way to do this? Let's go like that. Let's just put it on here. East, west. Copy. And then we're gonna paste that setting. All right, now it's not, oh, there you go. Cool. I think this is a little short. And then, even though it said quarter note on some of those in the score, I feel like if you just hold it out, it sounds better. Let's look at the slurs also on Joshua Bell's side of things with that library. So there's a slur here. I'll just be a little bit more on top of the slurring for that particular patch. So you have this one and this one and that one. I think I can remember that. Let's go back to 57. So 57. So I'm gonna go like this, but bow the first one. Okay, and then all these other ones are just bow changes. So we go bow. Oh yeah, these are all bow. Okay, and then the next two notes. So this one's slurred. And was it the next two or three were slurred after that? Cool. We could probably bring up some of that more. Cool. All right, let's shape it one more time. Something didn't work. Cool. That sounds great. That's really fun. Man. It really adds so much, doesn't it? Okay, so there you go. There's that half. Um, and then we would have to do the other half. What time is it? It's 10:40. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it for today, guys. Um, Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish today, but it's getting late, and I had a long day. So, with that being said, let's tune in for next week. Next week I can't do Thursday, just so you know, for those watching still. I will be at a networking event, so I will plan on Wednesday. And I'm actually thinking in the near future just doing my streams on Wednesdays because um, apparently a lot of my Thursdays start to get a little bit busier nowadays. So I'm toying with that idea of switching to Wednesday for my streams. So just kind of keep an eye or heads up on that, and I'll let you guys know officially if that's the case. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and play back everything up to that point, and let's reconvene next week. So here we go. Here, this is the mock-up or the the virtual orchestra version of the waltz. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Till next time, keep your newsletters, emails up. If you're not subscribed already, you can go to the descriptions and you can subscribe to my newsletter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, that'll also give you the notifications of the next stream and next video content whenever those come up. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Take care.